Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For everyone who's new, my name is Hayden. I do a lot of stuff with e-commerce, and that's exactly what we're going to talk about inside of this video. It's currently a beautiful day here in Southern California. Just enjoying the sunshine a little bit while I work. Actually, I'm going to probably be going to the beach later today. Actually, not even the beach. If you take a closer look down here, there's like water channels that go throughout to the ocean, and I'm going to get a paddle board so I can actually go out, kind of swim through there and do my thing. It'll be kind of super relaxing. I like to do that whenever I'm here. I'm actually almost never here at my place in Newport, which is very unfortunate because it's amazing. I lived here for about full time about 5 months, 6 months, which was awesome. And then I've been in Arizona, so I'm literally here like once every couple months. So gonna put good use to it. But here in this video, I would love to talk to you guys about how e-commerce works for those of you just getting started, or for those of you who are confused, because I still consistently get probably about 5 to 10 DMs a day out of the couple hundred that are just consistently about, how do I do what you do? How does e-commerce work? How do ads work? because in my bio I run ads on Instagram. So yeah, that's what we're gonna be talking about in this video. Get ready. So for those of you who don't know, which I would assume most of you do, e-commerce is selling products online. Now, the term commerce comes from the regular version of commerce that has been around for centuries and centuries and centuries. This would mean the buying and selling, and technically the barter of goods as well. So this is typically done in a physical manner. E-commerce just means online, so that's what that E is, right? I guess it's the online version of commerce. Similar to mail versus email, right? So it's the online version of buying and selling products. Now, there's many different forms of e-commerce, right? There's things like Amazon FBA. You could sell products on eBay. You could be putting things on Craigslist technically and shipping them out. I know some people do that. You could be doing things on Shopify, any sort of thing through, WordPress, Wix, a custom-built website. Essentially, you're selling products. But the subcategory that I primarily operate in is typically, it's the drop shipping space. Now, a lot of the products I sell are not drop shipped. So before we get into that, drop shipping is the art of doing this e-commerce, right? Selling products, maybe it's a phone case or a microphone for a camera, whatever the product is. There's all sorts of things you could sell, literally anything. I know people who sell furniture, like high-end furniture, like $2,000 beds, So there's all sorts of products. It's your choice, but drop shipping is where you're actually not touching it. So, you don't see boxes of stuff here next to me because I'm actually not shipping it out. Now, that's what drop shipping is, where you're sourcing these products typically from China, sometimes US suppliers, and you're not dealing with any of the shipping, the packaging. Now, the parts of e-commerce that I do that are not drop shipping related, that's the only part I do is drop shipping, and then taking it off of drop shipping where I do deal with the supplier directly, which means I'm buying inventory in advance. Now, I'm still not the one shipping out the boxes. That's not me. So I'm sending it to either a third-party fulfillment center, or I'm dealing with the supplier in the US who is ordering from wherever they want to order from. I don't know, typically China probably, but I'm ordering in advance. Drop shipping is where you're paying order by order. So if you come to my store and you order a t-shirt, right? And we have many different stores, right? So if you're ordering a t-shirt, then they're gonna immediately place your size and where you are as a single order. So once you pay me to my site for this shirt, then I'm gonna go order it, and this is all automated. I'm gonna go order it from my supplier. Let's say you spent $15, I'll go order it for $6, send out the package, and I'm not the one sending it. They do all the work. I pay $6 to that company, they send it, boom. I just kept $9 in profit in my pocket. So that's really the dummy version of how it works. That's the really simplified overview of what e-commerce is. Now, how it works, to get a little bit more specific, primarily, and people are like, well, how do I find these products? Where am I sourcing from? How does all this work? Primary way that we're using this, the most basic form of the drop shipping type of the end of this, which is where most people would start. You build a store on Shopify. Shopify is a great platform. The reason why, it's inexpensive, it's very easy to navigate, right? It's beginner friendly, and it also integrates seamlessly with everything else, okay? Whether it's Facebook ads like the Pixel, not many things seem to integrate super easily. You don't want to go dig through the website code and try to place it under the header, and you're looking at all these numbers and symbols. It does get confusing, okay? But with Shopify, the cool thing is Facebook just gives you a code. There's already a place in the settings. You just put one little thing in it's so easy. It literally will take you 20 seconds. So that's great. It also integrates through their apps like Oberlo, which connect to AliExpress. So AliExpress is actually where we're getting these products from China. Okay, so that's where we're sourcing from. And now AliExpress, you can go look it up. It's a completely free to use website. Obviously, you're paying for the product. There's a couple cool things that this offers. Not only is it such a wide variety of products, it's at a lower price point on almost everything you've ever seen before in your life, and you can build a lot of cool relationships. So I've met some suppliers through this who have either A, become my long-term suppliers because I take it off AliExpress, or B, introduced me to people who are in their network of friends, their connections, who could help me with my project, any sort of, fulfilling or making custom products, different packaging, any of those things. So that's where it really comes into being helpful, and it's a great platform for someone to get started. Now, when thinking about this business model as a whole, and I know some of you on this channel already have e-commerce stores running, this is not the video for you, okay? It's totally cool. I want to really get practical and kind of explain this for someone who doesn't know what it is. That's the target market here, because I get this question a lot. So to get a little more specific, even more, let's take a step further. All right, let's say you pull up AliExpress on your computer right now. Like literally, do it right now. Search it up on your computer. AliExpress.com. Search a product. You find a product, boom, you want to sell this product. Now, how do you sell it? Aside from, building a little store on Shopify and sending the link to your friend and saying, hey man, look, I just built this, go support me and buy this. Great, you get a sale. But how do you get sales from random people every single day consistently? Okay, that is the question. And now this raises a whole flurry of different topics, okay? Because there's a lot more that goes into getting someone to buy than most people would think. And this is why a lot of people start e-commerce, typically the drop shipping form, and then quit or give up or don't get results. The reason is it's just complex. And I'm not saying it's hard, okay? There's a lot of skills you have to learn. It's just simple. It's not easy, okay? It's a complex thing. There's a lot of things that go into it. So when you're running ads, have you ever been scrolling through social media and seen a post that says sponsored? So a sponsored post means that someone is paying to get that in front of you. Now, contrary to what some people think, that's actually not the only form of ad. So you can do a sponsored post on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook. There's things through Snapchat now. The thing is, a sponsored post is not the only way for you to market. So there's something that's called a native ad. And this is something that I like to refer to with YouTube influencers and Instagram influencers. So either of those people, a YouTuber or an Instagram influencer, those are just people, personal people who show their face, right? Like a big vlogger on YouTube or a prankster or like an Instagram model, right? They're showing them and they have a bunch of followers. So a native ad for those people would be where it's not a sponsored post against someone's feed where they can see that it's an ad. A sponsored post through them would not actually be sponsored. It's more native. So this essentially means you're paying them directly. So you're not paying Instagram or Facebook. There's no middleman. You're speaking with this influencer, maybe their manager or whatever, directly, and paying to directly get posted on their page. So all of their followers see it, or at least people who see their post, right? Instagram, not everyone will see your post. That's just the way the algorithm works. But essentially, you're paying to get something posted on their page. Now, depending on what you work out, you could actually send them the product and have them do a really cool video with it. Maybe have an Instagram model do a photo shoot with the necklace. There's all sorts of different ways to do it. One of my buddies was actually, two of my buddies have actually been at technically three, sounds weird now, but three of my different buddies have been at Soulja Boy's house over the last month, okay? So my good buddy Matthew and Thaddeus, they were doing some stuff over there, and then my other good buddy Farouk. So they've been doing a bunch of stuff with him, and he's a big influencer. He's big space on Instagram, he's a rapper, so millions and millions of followers, and so they're doing a bunch of stuff in direct promotions with him for different products where they're able to post on his page with him in it, with their product to get them in front of their audience, and B, they're also able to then take that content and then go run direct sponsored ads with it. Because what happens, and the cool thing about influencers that a lot of people don't think of, is it helps you sell the product when you have someone credible standing behind it, right? Would you rather buy a t-shirt from a company you don't know from, let's say, Michael Jordan or Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, right? Or Jason Statham or some hot Instagram model? Or would you rather buy it where they show the same product but on a random person that has no anything, you don't know who they are? Who are you more likely to buy from, right? It's social proof and it's credibility because you're going to pay more attention because you recognize the person naturally. So you're going to look deeper at it, you're going to look at the product, you're going to think about it for a second. You might read just a little bit of the ad copy is what it's called, the description right below that ad, the sponsored post or the native post. You're going to read a little bit about the product, the offer, and what you could potentially be getting. So naturally, that's going to make you pay more attention. For the person who's marketing that and advertising that, they're going to get more sales. They're going to get more conversions. That's just a natural thing that's going to happen. So it's something you want to think about, that if you're trying to get into e-commerce. I know there's a whole bunch of different things that go into the whole thing. The cool thing is we have over 550 videos, maybe 600 now here on this channel. So we have a bunch of things ranging from product research videos to how to build a Shopify store, how to start with Facebook ads, how much money you need to do all this, because this is all a business. You know, if you want to go pay Soulja Boy to shout something out, you're probably looking at like 10 grand or something. So there's a lot of costs that go into it. The Kardashians charge like $1 million per post. But there's a reason companies do it over and over again, because it works. So if you just dumb it down onto a smaller scale, a much smaller scale, well, maybe there's an idea. So look into it. If you want to browse around the channel, we have plenty of videos here. If you have any questions, feel free to drop it in the comment section down below. I always do my best to get through as many as I can. If you found this video helpful in any way, make sure to drop a like down below. I want to give you guys a piece of advice here in a second before you go, but make sure to drop that like. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, because I'm actually doing a lot of really cool live streams this next month. So I'm going to be going through maybe building out a store, bringing other people on the live stream, also running ads, and just doing a bunch of Q&A live where you can really get help and ask me to go through certain things that you might be struggling with. So make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so that you don't miss that. But my parting advice for you guys real quick, if you're looking at e-commerce or trying to get into it, please understand why you're looking into it. So take a step back. I'm going to assume it's because you think you can make money. That's awesome. It's a great motivation. It's a perfect reason to get started. It's an interesting field. I love it. I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd for that type of stuff. So that's a very interesting thing. The question you have to ask yourself is, are you actually interested in that in any way other than financial? So you might have a natural curiosity a little bit. You don't have to have much. My curiosity grew over time. I just wanted to make money, which is totally cool. Still do it 100% if you just want to make money. There's so many ways to make money with it. But it's something where I want you to understand that a lot of people get into it. This is what I mentioned at the beginning. A lot of people fail because they don't understand what goes into it. So hopefully that explained it a little bit better. And there's obviously a lot of little things, just like learning anything. If you want to learn how to disassemble a dirt bike and put it back together, there's a lot of things you got to learn. So just like anything, any job you're going to do, you have to learn how to use spreadsheets and certain softwares and code or whatever, learn how to use the construction equipment. Everything has a learning process. So just understand that. I know a lot of people, tend to make the business model seem very easy, very simple. Like here, build a little site that's already basically built for you, winning product, add money in your bank. There's a lot more steps. So I always try to make that as clear as possible. I always mention that. We always talk about it. So I hope that helped. I hope it cleared it up. And for those of you who are looking to start e-commerce, would definitely recommend it. You can actually go ahead and check out this free training that we have down below. I haven't mentioned that in a while, but we're doing a rerun of it where I went on for about 2 hours straight, and this was live with some people on there, and I went through how I find these products, how we build the stores, how we set everything up, and more importantly, how we run the ads, like the platforms, the methods, the strategies. And I actually gave you live examples of things where I would spend $2,000 and make $15,000 back. Would you spend $2 grand to make $15,000? It's logical, right? So go ahead there. It's going to say like $200,000 per month breakdown. It's a super cool thing you can go check out. We have a couple other links in the description that are going to be useful to you as well if you're doing anything related to e-commerce. So go ahead, check that out. I hope this video helped. Again, if it did, make sure to drop a like down below. Feel free to browse around the channel. We have a bunch of videos talking about a whole bunch of stuff. So again, I hope that that's going to assist you on your journey. If you're trying to learn it, maybe you haven't made the decision to start, but you definitely got to look into it to see if it's the right choice for you. All right. So I look forward to seeing you back here on the channel again, and I'll be seeing you in the next video. Peace.